I see it.
Are we having fun yet?
Do you see my cat? Do you see her? Hey, Mixa. Hey, Mixa. Mixa, look at the camera. You see her? Ah, she's so cute. She's messing up my Spurs towel, but that's okay. All right, so we're talking about the 2011 Memphis Grizzlies and, of course, our current San Antonio Spurs 10 years later, and how I believe that the San Antonio Spurs are unintentionally, and I mean unintentionally, building the 2011 grit and grind Memphis Grizzlies. Now, before we do so, before we get into that, I do want to say this. If you guys want to support the channel, obviously Patreon link below, only $2 per month. So if you guys want to support the channel, become a patron. And yeah, I just thank you. Look, just thank you for the love, man. Can we just stop the video for me? Can we pause the video? Pat yourself on the back. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. So the 2011 Memphis Grizzlies. Why do I believe that the San Antonio Spurs could potentially and are unintentionally building the 2011 Memphis Grizzlies? Well, right off the bat, I want to go ahead and look at something. I want to pay attention to something when it comes to these Grizzlies. They were very scary. And what do I mean by that? This team, the 2011 Memphis Grizzlies, they were an 8th seed, but if you recall, they were not a typical 8th seed by any means. Like, when you look at this roster, they had so much depth. Every part of their team, everyone was playing phenomenal defense, or at least going hard in the paint, they said back in the day. They just really were, man. Every single player was playing exceptionally well on the defensive end. And when you look at the 2011 San Antonio Spurs, you know, we have some holes here and there. You know, we're a young team, but for the most part, I mean, we still have a stupid amount of defenders. When this team is hitting shots, it's a really hard team to beat. So we have, obviously, DeJounte Murray, Derek White, even Lonnie Walker. It's shown that his efficiency on the defensive end is better than a lot of people expected this season. Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Joshua Primo is showing even in the G League that he can become a pretty good defender. Jakob Poeltl is playing, in my opinion, exceptionally well defense. Even Thad Young is playing good defense, but we don't know if Thad Young's going to stick with us, so he wouldn't be around for that build. But for the most part, what I'm trying to say is this team as a whole plays really good defense. They play very, very hard. And overall team defense is pretty good as well. So when you're looking at the Memphis Grizzlies, obviously this is a sore spot for all of us. I'm from Memphis, okay? So I got a lot of heat back in 2011 from like the high school kids. All right, they were very angry with me walking around with Spurs gear on while the Grizzlies were playing our Spurs. It was a special time to be a Memphis Grizzlies fan, okay? But anyways, that's besides the point. So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of aspects to this team. I'm not going to do like a one-to-one comparison where I look at, okay, we got, you know, Tony Allen here. Tony Allen is obviously like a Keldon Johnson. Kind of, not really. When I'm trying to look at like player to player, it doesn't match up as well as I would like. It's not as clean as I would like. So I can't necessarily do that. But what I can do is just say that the style of play in which the Grizzlies play and the style of play in which the San Antonio Spurs play is pretty similar on the defensive end of the ball. Also, we don't really have a superstar like the Memphis Grizzlies, you know, had. Now, there is one thing, all right? There is one part of the puzzle that is missing, and that's why I said we could be building towards that. Okay, we're missing that anchor, and I understand that it's the elephant in the room and everyone is going to talk about it. Zach Randolph. We're missing our Zach Randolph. Like, don't get me wrong, I love me some Jakob Poeltl, but Zach Randolph, I hate to say it, he was given the work even to Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan couldn't guard him in the 2011 playoffs. He was on a mission. He was a completely different monster. It was very difficult for us back in the day. And with that being said, since we're building towards that, let's talk about it. So if you look at the 2022 NBA mock draft, you'll see that there's a plethora of big men that we'll have to choose from. Now, right now, as it stands, I don't know where the Spurs are going to be. I'm going to assume that we'll have a top pick. I don't know whether that'll be a top 5 pick or top 12 pick. It just depends on how well we do this season. I'm gonna keep cheering for us, but it just depends, okay? But if you look here, I mean, I won't even say the names. I'll just name them out. Let's just go all the way to, I don't know, 20. We got power forward, center. So let's just count them as far as big men. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And, you know, let's just go and give that 10. Let's just say we got about 10 out of 20 of the first 20 picks potentially being big men. We're going to have a lot of big men in this draft to choose from, a lot of good ones to choose from. Now, best case scenario, I think most people would say this. I don't even know how I feel about it at this point, but that's a discussion for a different day. But Banchero, and I hope I'm saying it right. Sometimes I say it wrong, but Banchero. If we did get him, that would be the biggest jump as far as our power forward position, because he would definitely be able to take on that anchor role with that back to the basket type of playing style. So overall, all I'm trying to say is I really do believe that the San Antonio Spurs and how we stand right now and just what we're building around, while it is incomplete, okay, and while it is a little shaky right now, we could very well end up with a Memphis Grizzlies grit and grind type of team. Also, I just want to add this. Once Zach Collins is back, I think that'll add to it even more as far as that defense and that grittiness. Zach Collins is nothing to play with, okay? When people get in Zach Collins' face, he acts a fool, okay? All right, so I just wanted to throw that out there and see what you guys think about it. I really do see that there's some type of comparison there that could be made, but we are missing that piece, and I think that's Zach Randolph. Potentially that Marc Gasol, but I'm really going to go with that Zach Randolph. That's what we'll definitely be missing. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Once again, if you want to support the channel, Patreon members, link in the description. I'll give it to you guys later, man. Until next time, grit and grind Spurs, baby.